This is part of our cast collection of primates, hominin casts, and also modern humans that were generously donated by Professor David Gradwell and his wife. When having a collection that is cast form or an actual skeletal material, it's an awesome and humbling experience to be able to have access to materials such as these. These were in fact living people at one time, and they should be treated as such. In the case of the casts, they're quite expensive. In the case of the real bones, it's irreplaceable. So we need to be careful in how we handle them, how we store them, and even how we talk about them. They try to represent it how the fossil was actually found. So like, for example, Sahelanthropus chilensis was very fragmented when it was found. And so by putting it together, this is exactly what it looked like when it was put together. This is representative of the potential first hominin since the lineage between chimpanzees and the human line split off. The placement of the foramen magnum indicates, because it's almost directly below the skull, that this particular hominin was walking bipedally at least part of the time. What I tell my students is that this particular fossil, this is not what the person looked like at all. It's, due to natural changes as they became fossils. This is Australopithecus afarensis, also known as Lucy. She was discovered in 1974. She comes from sediments that were dated to 3.2 million years ago. What's really cool about her particular species is that they're more habitually bipedal at this point. Her species has a different foot morphology than what Sahelanthropus chilensis might have had. Her species left us some really amazing footprints in Laetoli, Tanzania, known as the Laetoli footprints. So we see those mosaic of traits where it's no longer ape-like and becoming more human-like, but still kind of half and half. So this particular individual is dated to about 2,000 years ago and comes from a culture where they practiced head binding and elongation. Head binding has been a cultural practice either for aesthetic purposes, for status, and for religious purposes as well. And it's been practiced at least for 9,000 years. My favorite part of working with students with these casts is a lot of them don't know the different fossil hominins. They don't understand yet how that evolution plays out. They don't understand how different muscle attachments or bones connect to make different joints. And being able to see them make those sorts of connections is amazing, and it really brings me a lot of joy to see kind of that aha moment from students.